So another hot topic today is the whole diversity and inclusion.
Yeah,
There are lots of organizations that are really making an effort, and I do applaud them, to try to diversify. And it's for all the right reasons. As you and I know, that teams that are diverse, those companies perform better financially.
right.
They can be more forward thinking. They come with different, our world is made up of all these different cultures and attitudes. And if our organizations don't reflect that, it is more difficult to service our customers, because they're going to start to look, they're looking more and more like the world and like this rainbow. And we can't have all the ideas just by ourselves. There's just too much information out there. An owner can't know everything. So It's important to bring on these people with different ideas. But again, that's scary. But there are those organizations that are like, yes, I'm finally ready. I want to do this. I want to get out there and try. But it's not that easy.
Yeah.
So I don't know. What are your thoughts on, diversity and inclusion, or DEI, as a lot of people shorten it to?
Well, I think overall I have some wonderful friends that are experts in the space, and I would always defer to them for their knowledge and expertise. I would say this is not something you just give lip service to.
Mhm.
You don't hire a token diverse candidate and assign them this responsibility.
Right.
Again, that's just, your heart has to be in this. You really have to be open-minded for the change. I can't imagine being in an organization that isn't open to, again, hiring people that are different than them. How else do you grow and learn and think about life? So we really have to get away from some of our systemic thoughts that we've had for so long. We've got to rethink the way that we do absolutely everything. And I think that how we employ people, who we employ, those should all be top of mind as we're making plans for the future and our future workforce, and how to become inclusive.
Right. So much of it, I think, is somewhat subconscious too. I know of a firm that they would, and this again is proven if you read the articles, but they were recruiting, and you had to turn in plans for them architectural drawings for them to review. And they have started blocking the name of the person on the plans, because that's sort of one of their first phases. They just want to see portfolios and see what the person has done, because they recognized there was a significant bias in the team. Let's face it, the world of engineering and architecture is mostly white men. And some of them carried unconscious biases that they didn't even realize that they had. So they might get a drawing that a woman has done, or an odd name that they know is some sort of, not John Smith, it's an unusual name. So they're going to assume that it is a person of a color, or they're going to assume, again, or a woman's name, and they look at those drawings differently. And they've proven this, again, when none of us are trying maybe to do those things, but it's just a subconscious bias. So I don't know if there's any tricks that people can put, first of all, maybe in how they recruit, how they screen people, maybe, to make sure that there is some equity in this, and that they don't bring those biases with them. Maybe they have to encourage more people on the team to get involved. So it isn't one person just going, nope, 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 yes, whatever. Do you have any thoughts on that? I don't want to back you into a corner here, but.
No, you're not at all. I think, again, privilege is something that needs to be thought about, and we need to understand it, and we can't do this unconscious thing anymore. Right. We've got to be able to have the conscious conversations about what's real and what's happening. And I can think of several examples this week where this conversation has come up, where assessments were done, and this person was hired because of where they went to school, who they knew. They failed the assessment, and this person not hired. Okay, so these were backward studies done, not in real time today,
Understood.
but the comparisons brought forward,
Mhm.
and you go, are you kidding? This is, and all you can do is go, this is what privilege looks like.
Right.
This is what it looks like. Be conscious of it. Again, I don't think anymore we're allowed to get away with living unconsciously.
Right. No, I agree.
If COVID hasn't, if this hasn't shown us anything,
Mhm.
it should have shown us that we really need to be consciously aware of who we are, what role do we play, what role do we want our organizations to play, and always, 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 it starts at the top of an organization.
Definitely.
It always starts with the leader.
Mhm.
So whoever you are and whoever you want to be, that is what will play itself out within your organization.
Absolutely.
And that's just the truth of the situation. I can't fix that. I can't change it. You can't hire here and expect to change here.
Right.
And think that that's going to.
That's it. I slapped a Band-Aid on that problem. All done now.
Now I've got my diversity, equity, and inclusion. Okay, now I've got my, no, life doesn't work like that. And I don't care what it is that you're trying to change. The leader of that organization has to be the one that really steps into that role of change. And they've got to really embrace that.
You talked about the millennials in 2025. That's another thing that they're attracted to. They want to work within a diverse environment. And if it's not there, they're going to be less attracted to your organization unless they see, maybe today you're not, but at least if you're working. I know a lot of people I'm talking with, I'm coaching, they're putting plans in place and practices. This isn't going to switch overnight, right? But they're consciously really trying to pay attention to that. And I think, again, maybe then a millennial will say, okay, I understand. At least they're trying to do these things, at least today. You're not going to get away with that 5 years from now, probably, because you've done the work. But
3 years from now, you're not going to get away with it.
But maybe today you'll get away with it. But it's, but I think, if you want to, again, attract that, and if 70% of the workers are out there, you better be attracting the millennials, or you're going to have a really pretty shrinking workforce, and you're going to be in trouble.
And they want to make a difference in the world.
Sure.
They want the work that they're doing, or they want to be associated with an organization that is having an impact, a positive impact in the world. Mm-hmm. They are not going to spend their money in places. They are not going to support organizations mm-hmm. that aren't thinking collectively like this. So again, it's a real the leaders of the world. It is time for us to arise. It is time for us to step forward. It's time for us to live consciously, and it's time for us to think about all these things if we really want to continue to grow, scale our businesses, and I think there's a lot of us out there that can help support this effort. We're here to help. So absolutely. We're here to help. We are here to serve. We are here to serve these organizations and help them through this process. So absolutely. I love it. Oh gosh. Love it. Well, thank you, Lesley. And thank you so much for spending your time today. Wow. Great information. I hope everybody really pays close attention, and not only pays close attention, but takes an action. That's what I'm hoping, that they will all take some sort of action from this and move forward, because that's what you and I are both about. Yeah. Don't just talk about it, take some action, move forward. I will be giving you Lesley's contact information if you want to reach out directly to her. That I know she would welcome that conversation. Or if you want to reach out to me and have any questions about Lesley, I'd be happy to fill you in before you reach out to her. But thanks again so much for all the information and for spending time today. I really appreciate it. It's been a real pleasure and an honor. Thanks so much for the invitation, Dawn. My pleasure. All right. Thanks. Take care. Bye.